Hello and welcome back to the Fat for Weight Loss channel. My name is Aaron, I've got crazy hair and I cannot believe there's over 40,000 people in this community right now. Thank you so much. So I asked and you responded you wanted to see a weight loss meal plan. So this video today is for you. It is a meal plan based around the high fat, low carb, ketogenic approach to losing weight. There is a meal plan in the description, so there is a link in the description below. Go ahead and grab that. And this video is going to be showing you how to make all of the recipes that are inside that meal plan. So let's cut straight to the chase and start making these recipes. So for breakfast on Monday, you are going to have a blueberry smoothie. So the ingredients are a whole bunch of ice, if you like it really nice and cold and delicious, some almond milk, a little bit of chilled water as well, some frozen blueberries. These can also be fresh, but frozen is easy to get. A little bit of vanilla extract. You're going to blend that all together, and that is your breakfast for Monday morning. It tastes really, really good, and it is super easy to make. Depending on what you do for work, you may be able to prepare this at work, but you may be better off doing this the night before. So this recipe here is a creamy mushroom chicken. So you're going to slice up some onions and some mushrooms. You're going to heat up a frying pan and place about a tablespoon of butter in that frying pan. Let that get hot, and then you're going to cook the onions and the mushrooms in that butter until they become really nice and soft. So this is a chicken thigh fillet. You can get ones with the skin on, but you're bashing it out to make sure that it is level in the frying pan, because you don't want parts of the chicken thigh that are uncooked if they are slightly larger on one side than the other. So add all of the ingredients back in there, add some coconut cream to the pan, some salt and pepper and seasoning, and it is phenomenal. This recipe tastes absolutely delicious. This is probably the best recipe out of this meal plan by far. So for dinner on Monday night, you are going to have blackened salmon with avocado salsa. So you're going to put some coconut oil in a pan with some Cajun seasoning and start cooking your salmon whilst chopping up the ingredients for your salsa. So you've got some coriander, what we call it here in Australia, some avocado, a little bit of jalapeno and some red onion, and a little bit of zesty lemon juice. That all goes in there and you mash it together, and this combo is delicious. This recipe is fantastic. So for breakfast on Tuesday, you are going to have a bacon spinach frittata. So the bacon goes into the pan first, along with a little bit of onion and some red tomato. Make sure you are using a pan that can actually go in the oven. So nothing with a plastic handle or anything like that. You can use a cast iron skillet if that's better. But you've got some almond milk there, some olive oil, some eggs. That is a magic whisk. If you've never used one before, I highly recommend you get one. Wilted spinach, and that goes into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 355 degrees Fahrenheit for about 8 minutes, and it comes out perfect. This breakfast is the easiest thing by far, and it tastes really, really good too. For this next dish, you are going to roast some cauliflower. You can put any kind of seasoning on there you like, but this is going to be the savory shrimp keto stir fry. So there is ginger, there is garlic, there is butter in the pan, and it is going to be fragrant and very sizzling when you put those shrimp in there. So they're pre-cooked shrimp that I have there, or prawns, what we call in Australia, and you eat it as any way you can. It's supposed to be a stir fry, but it's really just up to you. So you already know how to make all of the recipes for today, apart from dinner. So this is the chili lime steak. So you've got some lime or lemon, some crushed garlic in there. Make sure you use the back of your knife, not the front, to save the blade. And then you are going to add some olive oil in there. Good quality olive oil always tastes best. You've got some ground cumin that goes in there with the marinade. So this is the marinade that you're going to be using on the steak. Some black pepper and a whole bunch of chili flakes, but it depends on how hot you like your marinades. This is a rump steak, so I'm going to bash this out a little bit just to make sure that the marinade can actually penetrate the fibers of the steak. So that goes in the fridge, best overnight, but 30 minutes is good as well. Get a really, really hot pan, put that in there for about 2 minutes each side for a medium rare. If you want it longer, then obviously go in there in the pan for longer. But if you cut it up, that's probably about 2 minutes each side. That's what that looks like right there. So for this recipe for breakfast, you're going to boil 2 eggs, get rid of the shells. You don't need the shells. A tablespoon of butter or ghee, whatever you've got handy, and you just mash that together with a fork. Add in plenty of salt as you need, and this comes together really, really nicely with a few herbs and spices, whatever you would like to add to this mixture. So you have this with a little bit of avocado, about half an avocado is good, and some smoked salmon, and this breakfast is absolutely divine. This next recipe is bacon wrapped stuffed zucchini. So you're going to scoop the seeds out of a zucchini, probably 2 or 3. You want to make enough for the leftovers. There's some sour cream that is going in there with some artichoke hearts. If you've never had artichoke hearts, they are really delicious. I've used marinated ones there with a little bit of mozzarella cheese and some parmesan. That goes all together with some crushed garlic, and add in whatever herbs you like. Herbs and spices make this recipe really delicious. You're going to fill these zucchinis with this stuffing mixture, and then if you really want, you can wrap this in bacon. It's super tasty when you wrap it in bacon, but I totally understand if wrapping everything in bacon is not your thing. But those go in the oven for about 30 minutes. For every day this week, you're going to be having the leftovers for lunch the next day, so make sure you make enough. This recipe here is for dinner. It is white fish, so cod, with a whole bunch of seasoning. So there's some Italian herbs in there, there's some smoked paprika, there's salt, there's pepper, there's a little bit of ground cumin, and you basically season the fish before you put it into a hot pan with some butter. You're going to cook it either side for about 4 to 5 minutes and serve it with some freshly squeezed lime. And fish always goes so well with some type of acidity. And then you're going to add some asparagus on the side there. Green veggies are your best friend. No taco shells? No problems. Let's use avocados instead. So we're making taco stuffed avocados with some taco mince here. So it's paprika, ground cumin, some garlic powder, salt and pepper. Light salt is great on the ketogenic diet because it has a mix of sodium and potassium, very important. Another really great tip when you are at the shops looking for a ripe avocado is to actually check the top of the avocado as opposed to the sides. Everyone squeezes the sides. You want to be checking the top to make sure that it's nice and firm. If it's good to go, it will come out perfect. So the taco mince goes into the avocado like that. Sprinkle some cheese on top, and they're so good. These are delicious. Keto curry tuna is basically a mix of tin tuna with a whole bunch of homemade mayonnaise and a few scoops of Keen's curry powder. And you're going to put some Italian herbs in there as well. Any types of herbs and spices to make this really delicious is totally up to you. But you serve this along with a whole bunch of really great fresh green spinach. Now you can mix these together or keep them separate. It's totally up to you. A little bit of sesame seed oil on top and some salt, and this dish is going to blow your mind. It is so good. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. If you like videos like this one, make sure you hit subscribe below and you will be notified when the next meal plan comes out. So again, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.